Welcome to the shooting show. This week it's rabbit shooting mania as Stuart Wilson heads out on a corner control mission. Plus we bring you all the latest news from the shooting world.
Phone call from the farmer. Patch of freshly drilled grass, part of his sort of reseeding schedule on his pasture for his dairy cows, and the rabbits have been hitting this particular area that's been reseeded quite badly, which is never that helpful. So based on its location and the fact that the weather's possibly going to be a touch changeable, I thought I may as well put a little box up. So built the box at home, got it all sprayed, and then popped it into position on the frame. So got snuck into position quite nicely tonight, and a few rabbits have shown just sort of cresting over the hill and have made their way up, and eventually I got some shots of some youngsters, and then, which is always the way, Soslow some show behind me, which I've taken a shot out of the back side of the box and managed to nail an adult off the back there. typical rabbit session. Adults behind me, youngsters in front, but anyway, we ended up with half a dozen bunnies, a couple of good-sized adults, and four little ones real close together, same brood, I would have said. And I just, rather than sort of continue plugging away with the rabbits, the wind's not that favourable at that section. I've just decided I'm going to have the last hour or so of daylight in a high seat area where it's been reclaimed, a lot of the brash in front, and it kind of killed the high seat a little bit, that area, because it wasn't particularly green. There was nothing necessarily there for the deer. So now that it's greened up a little bit more and there's a lot more green around the hedges, I'm going to get my gob shut, sit tight, have the last hour in the high seat, see if I can't bag a buck. I've been after that little bugger for ages. I watched him from a distance when I was sat in the other high seat. And then I've also, I'm sure I've had him wind me and bolt off in the other direction as well. I'm sure it's the same fox with the tip of his tail missing, so excellent.
Enjoying a productive session there. And now, it's the Shooting Show news.
This is the Shooting Show news. All eyes are turned towards Garland's shooting ground. The Clay Shooting Classic starts tomorrow. The Sport Trap and Fit-Ask events kick things off and run until Thursday, before the 150 bird sporting gets underway on Friday, with winners crowned on Sunday. Big names have booked in to shoot the event, including George Digweed, Mark Windsor, Ben Huthwaite, Richard Bunning and Richard Folds. Contact the Clay Shooting Company to secure your last-minute spot. The general licence debacle in England rumbles on, but what about Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland? Scotland says it will consult on the future of its general licences this summer, and BASC has already been making moves to ensure nothing drastic happens north of the border. Colin Shedden of BASC Scotland said shooters are understandably fearful, but that SNH has already reassured them that this year's general licences will be unaffected. Shooting will give out the very first Olympic medal again. The schedule for the Tokyo Olympics next year has been revealed, and as is now customary, the women's air rifle event will be the first one to hand out a gold, on the first day after the opening ceremony. The men's pistol will give out medals not long afterwards. Team GB has won 3 quotas for the Olympics so far, with more to be won this week at the ISSF World Cup in Munich. And finally, there's a new way for a budding gamekeeper to win up to £10,000. Holland & Holland has launched a new bursary for young keepers or stalkers in the first 5 years of their career. If you want to be eligible, you need to send Holland & Holland a video or written piece describing the conservation projects you'd carry out with the money. Application packs can be found at the address on screen. Hurry up, you only have until Friday. That was the Shooting Show news.
Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And if you're not a member of BASC, it's time to join now. BASC, looking after your sport, looking after you. This has been The Shooting Show.